He's alive! Contrary to popular belief, I have not died. I have just been busy. Our pre-season rush just hit a little sooner this year at Northern Seoul. Season's about to start here in the UK and things have just been mental. A couple of new staff have joined the crew over the last month, so bit of training for staff, and it's just been busy. Not been able to produce a lot of video content. But we're here, it is Throwback Thursday. I thought I'd treat you guys to kind of a double Throwback Thursday. So a couple of things I've acquired recently. First one, bizarrely, if you've ever visited here in Northern Seoul, you'll know the building we're in. So we are in a huge mill, for those who've never been here. And there's lots of businesses here, and there's a few units where I think there's serial hoarders. I might be one of them with my collection of lacrosse memorabilia. But there's loads of serial hoarders here, and it would seem that one of the serial hoarders passed away. I shouldn't laugh. Passed away recently, and they're emptying one of the units. On emptying the unit, it's kind of weird because it's on our floor, it's nearby, and it's kind of always interesting, kind of what people have been storing, these hoarders. And we poked ahead in one of the units, and one of the guys who's it's actually a teammate of mine as well, he's just started working here, and he says, "You're not going to believe what I've just found." And he pulls out a catalogue, a brand catalogue from '82. What are the chances? Funnily enough, they've previously emptied a unit out here, and one of the guys who's emptying the unit says, "Oh, I found these old lacrosse sticks," and produced a couple of sticks. Unfortunately, we didn't find any old equipment, but there was a catalogue in the unit. So, you know, some old brine sticks. And this, bear in mind, this is '82. I started playing lacrosse in 1990. And there's actually equipment in here that I wore. Funnily enough, there's actually this stick here. That stick is on eBay at the moment. I'm bidding on that stick. It's a Superlight 2+2, but it's got World Lacrosse down on the side. It's from 1982. It's pretty much the same stick that's in this catalogue. And there's all kinds of stuff in here. You know, some stuff never changes. The Brian McWhippet. I'm assuming the patents run out on this because there's a few people who've just blatantly copied that exact design of stick now. L35s. I started playing with these gloves. It makes you feel, well, I shouldn't say makes you feel old. I am old. But there's all kinds of stuff in here, you know, some really old gear. Vinyl dipped foam arm pads. I had a pair of those. You know, there's weird stuff in there I've never seen before, though. Some weird vinyl dipped chest pads. Oh my God, they're just offering no protection at all. You'd have more protection if you just stuff a telephone directory up your playing shirts. But it's kind of interesting stuff in here. And there's Celia Brackenridge's Women's Lacrosse Coaching Manual. I've actually got a signed copy of that in my drawer somewhere where I work. So there's all kinds of stuff in here. I'll show you the best one though. I mean, this is brilliant. So there's actually an England dyed stick from '82 there. That'd be cool to get hold of, wouldn't it, for my collection? But I mean, I don't know if you can see that. Oh, there's some retro shirts there, aren't they? You know, look at this dude here. The O'Brien shirt. And the painter's cap. I mean, it's funny, some fashion comes back around, doesn't it? But that is a hat that will never come back into fashion. So anyway, that's the first thing from Throwback Thursday, old Brian catalogue from 1982. So quite bizarre that it was in a unit, literally 2 units down from our storeroom here. Now, the other thing I've acquired a couple of weeks ago, and I did mean to do a video sooner. We've just been so busy that just been too busy to sit here in front of a camera, and things have kind of calmed down a bit. Now a couple of the guys working here have kind of got the gist of, you know, what the day-to-day functions of the business. Thought, well, I've got 10 minutes, I'll make a quick video and get back on the old YouTube. So this is quite an interesting one. because with some of the stuff that's going on, kind of not just in the UK, I read a very interesting article the other day about kind of the decline in lacrosse in Canada. You know, in a country like Canada, you think, how is lacrosse on a decline? But it's just not growing, you know. We're all ready to push for Olympic inclusion, and, you know, there are countries that are just, you know, they are seeing a decline in the numbers of people playing lacrosse. And no matter how you dress it up, okay, no matter how our governing body dresses it up, there are fewer people playing lacrosse here in England. Fact. You know, and if anybody else tells you otherwise, I'm calling BS on that, okay? Because there are fewer people playing, far fewer people. Clubs in the Northwest here, you know, from what has been the stronghold of lacrosse in this country, are just dying. They're absolutely dying. But I'm not going to rant too much, okay? I will try to control my rantiness. This is actually a picture of the Cheshire County lacrosse team for 1901. So you can see there, oh, there's some fine looking gentlemen. I mean, can't you just see me sporting a bowler hat? Mind you, I could do with a bowler hat just to cover up this big baldy head of mine these days. But there's some fine looking gents there, aren't they? And so if I shaved off the beard and just went for the moustache, maybe waxed up the corners a bit, I'd fit right in, I think. But I think that in 1901, I think this building that they're stood in front of, I think that's Stockport Lacrosse Club. I really do. Look at that. Cheshire County, 1901. And it actually comes, so this was the, this is kind of the match report of Cheshire versus Essex. Yeah, Essex actually had a county men's lacrosse team at one point. So it just goes to show that, pre-World War One, when lacrosse was first introduced to this country, it took off. Now, it took off big time. There were probably more teams, certainly club teams, than there are now. There were a lot of teams. And, those clubs that started had a lot of teams, a lot of players, and there's just more, there's a lot of people playing lacrosse. If you look at the match report here, it says, Cheshire versus Essex, this important county fixture was played at Stockport. So I was right, it's Stockport Lacrosse Club. Thought I recognised the pillars here, and just the kind of layout of the brickwork there. And it is Stockport Lacrosse Club. I only found this was in the back of here. I thought I just got the actual picture itself, but there's actually a little bit here. On the back of it here, we've actually got a princess, funny enough. Princess Sophie Dulup Singh. Anyway, I digress. It says here, played at Stockport on the ground of Stockport Lacrosse Club on Saturday, the 2nd of November, and this is in 1901. Before about 2,000 spectators. I mean, there wasn't 2,000 spectators at Flags Weekend this year. 2,000 spectators. Obviously, culturally, things have changed. We've got TV, radio, all the rest of it. So people would have gone out and watched things like a lacrosse game, and they turned out en masse. 2,000 people watching a county lacrosse game. I'm not sure there's 2,000 people, left playing lacrosse in the northwest of England, let alone 2,000 spectators. Anyway, and ended in a win for Cheshire by 8-4. There was very little to choose between the two teams. Essex were the first to score and led at half-time by 2-1. Play continued very even, and well into the second half, it seemed as though either side might win. Cheshire drew level at 2 goals all, only to see Essex take the lead again. From this point, however, Cheshire assumed the upper hand at 1 as above after an excellent game. And you just think, wow, so there's an old look at these fine gentlemen that beat Essex. Here we give Essex a thorough good thrashing, gents. But you know, there's a look there, and kind of you see the style of the sticks. Yeah, I've got a fair few sticks in my collection that kind of are of that period now. It does make you wonder, because nearly all the early wooden sticks that I've collected, they've all come from North America. I have found nothing as old as this. I tell a lie. I found one which was donated by Stockport Lacrosse Club, actually. And that was donated from a game that was played at Cale Green in 1907. So we're looking at the same kind of time period. But you just wonder, what happened to all these sticks? Because I've just never come across anything of that age, really, here in England, other than that one stick I was donated. Yeah, so there's probably a few out there. Because as I said, lacrosse was, it wasn't as small a sport as you would expect. And it's just, you know, it's really interesting to see that there was, you know, organised county lacrosse. So there were clearly, you know, a good number of teams to put a county team together, not just here, you know, in Cheshire in the northwest, but in a place like Essex. So anyway, it's nice to be back here on YouTube. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I will do my utmost to try and produce a little bit more content over the next few weeks. As I said, this season, the pre-season rush just hit earlier this year, and you know, we'd lost some staff over the last kind of 6 months, and kind of some new guys have started. So hopefully I'll have a bit more time to come and see you guys, show you some new products. Talking of which, there was an absolute ton of new releases coming up soon. There's something right next to me, Maverick M6s. So look out in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to be giving you some information on all the new Maverick M6 line and a ton of other stuff from all the other brands. There is so much new product hitting the market this year. So stay tuned. Kate and I will give you our thoughts on all the new stuff. Good to be back. See you guys soon.